Planning a dream trip, it should be exciting, right? But let's be honest, a lot of the time it feels like a second job. Well, today we're going to look at a blueprint that's all about stripping away the stress so you can get back to focusing on the actual adventure. Let's see how it works.
So, does this look a little too familiar? A sea of open browser tabs, a bunch of conflicting reviews, and that nagging feeling in the back of your mind that you're missing something really important? If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed trying to plan a holiday, believe me, you are not alone. And these are the usual suspects, right? The endless research, the confusing options, the worry about hidden fees, it can all create so much anxiety. And then there's the big one. What if something goes wrong when you're thousands of miles from home? These worries can totally overshadow the excitement of the trip itself.
But what if there was a better way? A way to actually shift from being totally overwhelmed by all the little details to being genuinely overjoyed about the journey that's ahead of you. That's what we're digging into today.
So the whole idea behind this model is a seamless start-to-finish service. At its heart, it's about tailor-made holidays and incredible bespoke cruises. But the real foundation, the thing that holds it all together, is the promise of having real human support, available anytime, 24/7.
So how does it actually work in practice? Well, it's all laid out in a super clear 7-step journey. Think of it as a blueprint that takes you from that first little spark of an idea all the way to your perfect trip, with total clarity at every single stage. The whole process is broken down into 2 main phases, and it all starts with planning. It kicks off with your initial idea, then moves into a free consultation to really map things out. After that, a deposit gets the ball rolling on the detailed, bespoke planning. This whole first phase is really about building a solid foundation for your trip.
Okay, let's talk about that commitment deposit. It's $200, and I know what you're probably thinking right away. Is this just another extra fee I have to pay?
Well, the model is really clear on this one. It's not. This amount is actually taken off your final bill when you book, so it really works more like a down payment on the trip itself.
So, why do it at all? What's the point? Well, that deposit secures dedicated time from actual experts who will do the deep dive, the research, the design, and the fine-tuning, using all their connections and expertise just for you.
Now we move into the second phase, support and travel. Once your itinerary is all set, the focus shifts to logistics. This means you get a clear payment schedule, all your documents are delivered, and, this is huge, you get access to that 24/7 support before you even leave. The final step? You just get to jet off with total confidence.
I think this quote really captures the whole philosophy here. The goal isn't just a transaction that ends the moment you pay. It's about a partnership that continues for your entire journey.
And the end result of this whole blueprint is just peace of mind. It's the ability to actually relax, to explore, and to make amazing memories, all while knowing that every single detail has been handled by a pro, and that a real human expert is just a phone call away if you ever need them.
So what's the real difference here? What really separates this kind of approach from, say, using one of those giant online booking sites, or just trying to do it all yourself? It all boils down to this idea of having a travel partner, not just using a platform.
And wow, this slide really lays it out there, doesn't it? On one side, you've got this very personal, human-centered way of doing things, one point of contact, real support. On the other side, well, that's the world of call centers, chatbots, and basically being on your own if things go wrong. It's a huge difference.
So, to wrap it all up, this is what you're getting. It's the personalized planning, the expert advice, and the financial protection. It's having your payments managed and having a single person to talk to. And holding it all together is that 24/7 emergency help, making sure you're never left to figure out disruptions on your own.
And you know what the best part is? After all this talk about detailed blueprints and all-in support, your journey begins with something incredibly simple, just a conversation. So the question this whole model leaves us with is this: are you ready to trade in all that travel stress for an adventure that just works? It makes you think. In an age of algorithms and automation, what's the real value of putting a human expert back in the center of your travel plans? Definitely something to consider for your next trip.